Hi, everybody. Julia Stock from Be Astute. Yesterday, we ran a fantastic event called Want to Grow Your Business in 2023. Had a whole bunch of amazing people on it. Sadly, I forgot to press record. So here I am today running through the slides because the feedback was fantastic yesterday, and I know that some people couldn't make it. So let's begin. The starting point would be to talk about us at Be Astute, who we are and what we do. So we are business revolutionaries and deliver kick-ass business support to ambitious business owners who want to scale up, improve their profitability, and want to enjoy running their business more. Because running a business can be really good fun. It can also be hideous. And we are actually in control of which one of those we go with. So we can do more as a business owner than we perhaps give ourselves credit for. So the starting point is for you to think about why you run your business. So this session is reasonably interactive for me, talking to myself. Think about why you're doing this. Lots of people will go, I want to control. I know when I started a business, I was pretty much unemployable by that point. And still needed to earn money. So it's about taking what you're fabulous at and combining it with other things. But actually, sitting behind that are our life goals. What kind of lifestyle do we want to have? As a business owner, every business is a lifestyle business when you are in charge. The only question is what kind of lifestyle you want to have. For some of us, we love working. I know that I do. Love how I interact with my clients. Cannot get enough of it. I also have a nasty Formula One visitation habit, which takes some financing, and that helps with the motivation. Other people want to scale their business to be huge. Some people have got a very definite plan to retire by a certain age. Other people, it's about the work-life balance. They only want to be working 1, 2, 3 days a week, and they need their business to earn enough money to do that. If we're honest with ourselves around what sits behind our motivation, it helps us to come up with a better plan for how to grow our business in order to make that happy. And there's no point in hiding away from that. This is the underpinnings of the why. Yes, we want to be motivated and happy and enjoy what we're doing, but we also do it so that we can go and have a life as well. So if we are aiming to grow our business next year in order to better meet those lifestyle goals, those ambitions, then what do we need to think about? Well, it's a no-brainer to say that we need to be thinking about our sales and marketing, because whatever you're doing now for the current size of business, it's not going to work as you grow. It's not going to be enough. So looking at how you're using sales and marketing, how you can be joining those dots better is an important part. We need to make sure we've got the capacity to grow. Have we got enough staff? Have we got enough production availability? Where actually are the constraints on growth? And there will be capacity constraints, and therefore what can we do about those is a really important thing to think about in terms of growth. How much effort do we want to put in, and are we putting in enough? There's a whole bunch of sayings around how if you run your business as a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby. If you run it like a business, it's going to earn you money like a business. So again, are you putting in enough effort? And also, is it the right kind of effort? You might be rocking up for the hours, but are you really constructively working for those hours? Or is there a whole bunch of procrastination? And if you are working, are you doing the right things? Are you spending your time on the things where only your genius can do them to the right standard? Or are you faffing around doing a bunch of stuff that's quite frankly beneath you? And all of us have some of that stuff. We really do. Is there demand for what we want to be doing? 40% of businesses fail because there is insufficient demand for what they are selling. It may be a genius idea, but the world might not be ready for it, or there might not be enough people in the world that agree. How can you be repackaging your stuff in order to create more demand? Comes back to the sales and marketing. Also, within all of this is our reputation, and our reputation is on the line every single day, and it comes down to how we operate and how we interact with other people. And we need to be thinking about that as to whether or not there's certain things that we're doing that are impacting our reputation and so making life more difficult for ourselves. And the final one is delivery. Are we delivering what we should be delivering to the standard that we should be delivering? So those are the 6 key things that sit behind business growth. And we're going to be talking about one of them today, and one that I consider to be the most exciting, the most important, and the one that, if you get it right, will absolutely rocket propel your business growth. Not just for next year, but for every year after. And that one, very unexcitingly, is delivery. Why is delivery the most exciting part and the biggest untapped resource in your business? Because if we can deliver better than anybody else, we will snap up the competition. I know this from my own experience of running a training business for 20 years. Where we were delivering brilliantly, we would grow. We didn't have to put in any extra sales or marketing effort. It grew through word of mouth completely organically, and it was fabulous and wonderful. When we weren't delivering, you could see that part of the business contract, and it didn't matter how much sales and marketing effort we put in, the word of mouth, the reputation, the customer service was not sufficient. They would go to somebody else. So if we want to grow cheaply, organically, easily, beautifully, we have to deliver. Which means not just focusing on customer service or customer expectations, but going beyond that, which is quite challenging as a topic. So what do we mean by great delivery? Not just meeting customer expectations, but exceeding them. That means we have to know early on, ideally through the sales process, what those customer expectations are. We need to do what we say we will do when it needs to be done, but also to a great standard. We need to have clear communications, and we need our staff to be performing. But not just to the customer's standard. And this is where a lot of companies get it wrong. We need to go beyond that. We need to define for ourselves what great delivery looks like, feels like, smells like. It has to be your standard, not somebody else's standard. You have to own it. As the business owner, this has to be your definition, your aim, your passion. If you don't want that, that's absolutely fine, but you are failing to unlock massive growth potential. So to create great delivery, we need 3 things in place. We need to focus on excellence, understanding what excellence is, and driving it throughout our business. We need to have a right first time mentality. The lovely people at Everest Home Improvements reckon that it costs them nearly £150 every time they have to send an engineer out to fix some small niggly thing that went wrong on an installation. £150 of pure cost. If they can reduce, which they are focused on doing, the number of visits that have to be done per install, they are adding £150 of pure profit into their business every single time. So that right first time mentality has a huge impact, not just on the bottom line, but also on staff's pride, on their demeanor, on their enthusiasm for things. The final part of great delivery is control. knowing what you need to control, how you need to control it, and making sure that you do. So, on your own, because you can't work in groups, because I failed to record this yesterday, I want you to think about each of those delivery underpinnings in your business and in your context. Excellence, right first time, control. I want you to analyse what's really involved in creating this for your business or businesses. And I want you to assess how close you really are to having this in place. The temptation is to go, oh yeah, we're nailing it. Customers give us great feedback, we're happy. The question I want to ask you is, are you being complacent? Because you probably are. Excellence is about not perfection, because aiming for perfection, it can be deeply damaging in a business. But excellence is about really thinking about going beyond and above making the customer happy. So we had a couple of IT people in the room yesterday. They were talking about, finding out about the customer things, doing testing, all of this stuff. But actually, a lot of IT customers are ignorant. They don't understand what it is that they're buying. So yeah, you can have it, the customer's happy, it works, it looks lovely. But actually, within that definition of excellence, what we need to think about is the quality of the coding. How good is it? How neat is it? How efficient is it? The bits that people can't see, but which actually create the overall product and service, those bits behind the scenes need to be excellent as well. So when we're defining excellence, we can't just do it based on the customer. Again, going back to the training business that I used to run, the learners would be going, yeah, wow, fantastic, brilliant. Just because the learner is satisfied with the training they experienced does not mean the training was good. Learners, again, are fundamentally not competent to make an informed decision about the quality of experience. They can say that they had fun. They can say that they learnt. What they can't say is whether they learnt enough, as much as they should do, and whether that experience was good enough. That's up to us as the business owner to define what good enough or excellence looks like, and then to be driving towards that. Why is this exciting? Because actually it's a really fantastic way of motivating your staff to go above and beyond, to be pushing and developing. And one of my big areas of expertise is in the development of excellence, and what you have to do in order to create that in your workforce. So, as we've already said, creating excellence comes down to how we define it, what excellence means for your business. We need to do that for each of our key processes. So back in my training business, we did it for initial assessments and getting people on program. We did it for teaching. We did it for assessing their work. We did it for reviewing their progress. Those were the 4 key processes. We had some other ones, and we basically defined what great looks like. And then we put those definitions into our staff induction. We put it into the training plan. So we were training people towards this. We then did observations of people's performance against those standards, so we could see what they were really doing. Yes, the learners love you. Fantastic. Love that the learners love you. But are you doing everything that I need you to do so that I can be confident at a distance of maybe 200 miles away that you're doing what I need you to be doing? So we're building it in to our appraisals, into our performance management. We're driving people towards excellence. We're motivating them. We're rewarding them when they get there. We're quality assuring their work against excellence to create this as our business culture. Doing that also requires us to be in control and to be able to answer the most evil question in business, which is, how do you know? When you can't directly supervise somebody, because you can't be doing that 24/7, How do you know they're doing what you need them to be doing to the standard you need them to be doing it, and in a way that you need them to be doing it? Control is really important within business. Some people have trust issues and need to learn to loosen the control. Other people don't control nearly enough and suffer from everybody kind of using their initiative. Nothing wrong with initiative. It just needs to be honed in the direction. You know, we all have areas in life where we have to do as we're told, even you as the boss. So we need to identify what we need to know, when we need to know it. We need to work out how we can know this stuff. We need to work out how we're going to review that information, because there's no point in gathering all of this data if we don't use it to inform decision making, which comes back to all the stuff around excellence. And finally, we need to work out what we can't control. Because if you can't control it, stop stressing about it, let it go, and focus on what you can control, because there's quite enough of that. And then we're back to right first time. Again, a lot of similarities with excellence and with control. Define what the right process should be. Identify how you're going to know if that process has been followed to the right standard. We're back to embedding it into staff induction, staff training, performance management, and creating that passion and that excitement. If you can embed right first time into your definition of excellence, it's going to be a lot easier than just whining at people for doing it wrong. And this is a cultural change. You're going to have to be really, really, really determined to see it through and make it happen. You have to drive this. Great performing businesses don't happen by accident. They happen by design and through passion. And it's how we can create that passion as well as the design that sits behind great delivery. So now we've gone through all of that, I'd like you to go back to the task that I set you, where it was, how well do you think you're doing this stuff? And I want you to reflect on that potential mark out of 10 you gave yourself, or those words that you said. What I'm hoping is that score will have gone down a little bit, that we're a little bit less complacent, we're a little bit more inspired to do something about this. So in terms of next steps, I'd love to have a chat with you. You can use this link to book a 15-minute one-to-one with me, where we can talk through delivery and how great delivery can make a difference for your business. You can also join my Facebook community, where I regularly post content around how to improve your business and make things run more smoothly. It would be brilliant to have you as part of that. The other thing is, you may be sitting there going, yeah, this is all great in theory, Julia, brilliant, but I don't know how to make this happen. So if you want some help with this stuff, there's a couple of ways that I can support you. The first of all is our battle planning session. It's 2 hours online, and what we do is focus on what you want to be achieving for 2023, what the issues are that are bugging you within your business, and we help you to come up with a really good plan for how to achieve your goals and dreams next year. So that's the first thing. You might already be going, yeah, I've got a bigger problem than that. 2 hours isn't going to hack it. In which case, welcome to the most excellent Christmas delivery package. It's a rocket boost program of 8 weeks to help you get your business planning in for 2023, and really to support you to define excellence, great performance, and creating a fantastic customer journey. So it's an intensive 8-week with a lot of accountability to help get this stuff not just defined, but start implementing it so you can really rocket propel your growth next year. So please get in touch if you would like more information about that. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you have an amazing year next year. Thank you very much.